and a motivation. Never got your invitation of liberation. Too many I have tried, too many I have cried, and told the truth.
So I would like to make this video to help people who are doing the 1.5 inch needle intramuscular shots. The only things you're going to need are a prescription of testosterone, an alcohol swab to get everything clean, and of course the syringe. Okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your alcohol swab. Okay? And you're going to clean the tip of your bottle, because while it's been sitting around it probably has pollutants and dust and shit on it, so you're going to clean it nice and good like that. Then you are going to stretch out your leg. This is my left leg dose, so you stretch it out and you're going to feel for where the muscle is. My muscle is like right here. There's a big muscle right there, so anywhere along this line, people prefer usually up a little higher, so you stretch your leg out and you feel if this feels good. Okay, then you're gonna rub the alcohol right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there so I remember my place. With the bottle and the syringe, you're going to pull to get some air in here. Move the head, apply it to the bottle. You then push the plunger to put the air inside. This forces the liquid to come out a little faster. You pull back until your required dose. I'm on a low dose right now. So I'm going to pull back and I'm going to wait. You can see the liquid starting to come in there. See that? It's really slow. Okay, that looks like about enough for my dose. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull the syringe out, pull the plunger, and you're going to kind of knock it like this. Okay, and then you're going to push it to get all of those air bubbles. Now sometimes it spits a little bit, that's okay. We're going to let it spit, and then we're going to compare the dose. Oh, see, I'm just a little tiny bit shy there, so I'm going to put it back in. And now with no air in the tip, I can just fill it in the rest of the way. No problem. See, it's almost there. And you can see there's a little tiny air bubble. I don't know with the flash if you can see it, but so again, pull. You know, I play with it to get the air out. Okay, perfect dose. Okay. Now it's okay if there's something in the tip. That's just a little bit of testosterone. Okay, so now with that done, I am going to go back to the spot that I had marked previously. Okay. And you're going to do it sort of straight down. I don't know if I'll be able to show this to you. Okay, so I'm going to rub again. I'm going to relax my leg a little bit. And then you just gently apply. Now some people just jab this in there. I like to grab it near the tip and using my other hand to stretch out the skin. Using a finger, I don't know if you can see that I have a pinky back here that I'm supporting. So I have complete control about how slowly this is going in. Okay, apply pressure. Okay, that just went through the skin. And then very gently as you can see, I didn't rush that at all. The needle is completely embedded. but I didn't do any like jabs or anything like that. I went really slowly. And I found out that if I go slowly, I can feel where my muscles are. I can sort of guide the needle through. And there is zero pain. There's not even pain when I first break the skin. So now I'm going to slowly push the pointer. Okay, that's it. And then very slowly pull it right back out. Look, no blood. I won't get any bruises here. Now when this is done, it's very important to do one more thing, just one more thing. This is a syringe disposal unit. It's a sharps container, it says right there, sharps container. Whenever you finish with your needles, always get them rid of in something like this. This container is very hard, it's puncture proof. And when you're done, you just get this to a hospital and they'll dispose of this in a good way. So, it's painless, it's very easy. The reason why so many doctors and people like that stab you with the needle very quickly is because they know that people have a fear of needles. So they want to get it over with really fast, so they do it very quickly so that the discomfort is brief and people who are afraid can just kind of get it over with. I'm not afraid of needles. I have like a whole bunch of piercings and tattoos, so I don't have that phobia of sharp objects. But you're gonna have to give yourself shots for a long time, you know, possibly the rest of your life if you're a trans man. And therefore, you have to get comfortable and familiar with this implement because you're going to be doing this all the time. And since I'm not afraid, and you know, at the beginning you're going to suffer a little bit. It's not going to be super easy because it's a skill. You have to learn it. Practice does make perfect. But the only time somebody else ever gave me a shot, I just wanted to know what it was like for somebody else to give me a shot. So a roommate that I had at the time, who was also a trans man, you know, jabbed it into my thigh. He like punched it in. And I had this big bruise for a week because of how hard he stabbed me with it. And it was horrible. Not only was there pain, which I never experienced when I gave myself shots, but the bruising, which never happened, was there. And so that was uncomfortable. And so walking around for the next week was painful. You are going to find your own comfort level. So if you do it quickly or if you do it slowly, that's up to you. I just know that my method, if I listen to my body as I'm pushing the needle through, I'm able to know when I've hit a nerve or a blood vessel, because you'll feel a little bit of pain. It's just a little jab. It's not ridiculous. But with practice, you can reduce the incidence of that happening by using a finger to sort of keep the distance as you're pushing and just applying a little bit of pressure, moving your fingers, applying a little bit of pressure. You're able to really control how slowly the needle goes through. If you do that well enough, you'll feel no pain whatsoever, not even when the needle pierces the skin, because you're doing it so slowly that your skin is simply moving out of the way instead of resisting the impact. First few times that you give yourself a shot, you'll notice that there's pain when you inject, when you push the plunger, because your body is not used to the presence of testosterone, and so there's going to be a burning sensation in your thigh for a few days. Every time you give yourself a shot, like 3 or 4 shots. After that, the pain does completely go away. You won't feel it anymore when you inject the testosterone. This is part of the transition for some people. Not everyone chooses to go with testosterone. Some people do androgel, some people do DHT or whatever. But if you are choosing as part of your transition to include a testosterone or hormone replacement therapy regimen, this is going to be part of your life. Some people who are very much afraid of needles will do their full dose. in like a bi-weekly thing, I find that the steady application of testosterone helps me maintain an even emotional keel. And because if you were born male, the testosterone would be produced by your testicles regularly. And so that irregular 2-week period of testosterone, you feel overdosed by testosterone at the beginning, and then when the testosterone is fading at the end, you really start to feel it, and some of your estrogen hormones and stuff overpower, and I find that too emotionally unstable. So I do the shot. I alternate legs, and I do it every week. And I find that that's really helpful for me, and not being afraid of needles really helps. It also gives you more practice because you're doing it twice as often. So I recommend shots every week, not every other week. I recommend slow or fast. Nice and easy means no pain, and you have more control. There's no bruising, nothing like that. I really recommend a slow injection, and for you to develop the skill to know how to give yourself a shot in a painless way, and how to be comfortable with the needle and the process that is happening. Really sort of take control of it, take possession of it. This is part of your life. By feeling the muscle with your fingers, you also learn where it is going to be safe for you to do it. So you have to kind of feel around and try to remember where you shot yourself last time, because if you push the needle into the same spot every single time, you could develop scar tissue that would prevent you from continuing to apply the testosterone in coming years. I think the people who stab it in are more likely to get scar tissue, whereas the people who push it in really slowly are not as likely to develop it, because the skin is not resisting. You are allowing the skin to make space by applying slow, steady pressure. And you also resist the presence of pain, which is, again, a benefit. My friend got their first dose a couple days ago and was afraid of doing it themselves. I don't know if they experience pain, but I know a lot of trans men have a phobia of needles because of the pain aspect. And whenever you get a flu shot or you go to the doctor and get any sort of vaccine, the doctors and nurses apply injections very quickly. So there is that jolt of pain. I think if people were less afraid of injections, they would be able to do it slowly and carefully. But because people just want to get it over with, they do it very fast. And that's why there's such a discomfort and a phobia of needles, because there is that presence of pain that doesn't have to be there. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. Good luck. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with your testosterone shots. This is Kai. See you guys later.